feature-length film. What was that, me?
It's a cool world. I would love to be a part of it for a long time.
This cast, it's really, really eclectic in terms of everyone having their own quality to bring to it.
Vin, he's got the brains, the brawn, and he's a cool guy. I think I'm gonna keep him as a friend for a long time.
You got everything. Every nationality is in this film.
Let's race.
We have no choice but to have fun, especially with that cast right there.
That's really what it is. It's all about family and friends. That's my boy right here. That's my dad.
Once you get over the idea that it's not your car and it's not your money, so you don't have to fix it, but you can really have fun with it.
8 years, man. A lot's happened.
It feels so good to get behind the wheel and just let it rip. Let's just start shooting, baby.
We're all here.
Usually you see characters for like 2 hours, and then with us, you get to see them expand for 10 years.
We talking or we racing?
We may have more sequels than Jason when it comes to Fast and Furious.
We're about to have some fun, guys.
I get along with Vin so much. It's also a 13-year relationship, and that's something that comes across on that screen.
We all come together and we check the egos at the door, and it's like a family. Makes this franchise even more powerful for movies to come.
It reminds us who these guys are, where they started.
What's not to like? You've got this great cast who is just so cool.
I have 100% stopped trying to figure out how this franchise is going to get bigger and bigger.
One of the most gratifying things about this franchise is just that connection with the audience.
Glad to be back, part of the family.
The fan base is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Lots of love, guys. I am really excited to see what's going to happen with the franchise once we've grown up. We're at that point now. The most powerful thing is going to be the legacy that has been left behind for everybody.
With every single chapter, we were willing to defy expectations. And just when you think you know, you have no idea.
I was inspired to come back by the fact that there's a mythology that we were exploring that still has not been told.
The things that happen in this film are just like, okay, wait a minute. Nobody's ever seen that before.
Nice clubhouse.
Just when you thought we could not surprise you more, we're going to do it all over again.
Fast and Furious, this isn't a movie, it's tradition.
Just to be around the environment has been awesome, and Vin has been one of a kind. As I came into it with the mindset of you are surrounded by really, really gifted folks who have done 2 decades worth of establishing a legacy.
He is never afraid to be vulnerable. He's never afraid to get knocked down. It made my job more fulfilling to be able to have a partner like that.
So many options, so many options.
I love John Cena. I used to watch wrestling quite a bit. The nostalgia of him in WWE is very real in my heart.
I think he's like the perfect brother for Dom, and it's been cool getting to know him.
I like his vibe. I like what he represents.
It's very hard to create a villain, and it's very hard to create a villain that feels really formidable. Each of these films really is that much stronger when we have a foe that we believe could break that family down.
It was very important to me to truly have this antagonist that's going to be a huge obstacle for our characters.
And for the record, we are the good guys.
Than Dom. Smarter than Dom. Do you hate him enough it keeps you up at night?
To be able to work with Charlize and bring Cypher,
Money well spent.
she just brings not only the sense of professionalism, but her level of awareness when she showed up. She could tell we were still fresh and we were still having a great time, and she was able to feed off that energy
What's so fun about writing for a character like Cypher is she just knows exactly where to stick the knife and how to twist.
I bet all you ever wanted was a hug.
You read my psyche, Val. Good for you. Charlize is not as good as you all think she is. She's far better than that. I was just looking at her in amazement of what she does and how good she is.
This would be the moment where the villain has an unexpected setback.
Charlize Theron is just extremely precise, meticulous. She keeps on working with it, keeps on seeing new nuances of it, and it's such an inspiration to me.
I think actually she frightened John into it.
You know, I look at her and I feel creeped out. Sort of turned on at the same time.
She is one step ahead of everybody. I think John felt that. He definitely seemed shook.
Adding your brother Dom to the mix, you don't have a chance.
Vin Diesel reached out and he was talking about a role. But I'm like, it's freaking Fast and Furious. Get me there, put me on a plane. I like the fact that it's like I'm representing such a powerful, strong woman. All this crew, this is mine. She's just that bitch. Dímelo, papi. Yeah, I hate saying that. Because, you know, I don't really flirt in Spanish.
This is gangster. We're all gangsters.
I remember when I saw Ludacris in Fast and Furious. When I saw Tego Calderon, then to see Don Omar, it makes the hood have hope. Being around Vin, he's just so nice, so dope. He makes you feel so comfortable. And I'm just so excited. Lisa's such a badass. I got little tricks on my sleeves for you, motherfuckers.
When they get to the minefields, they find out they gotta go 80 miles an hour or more to beat them.
My speedometer only goes up to 70. What do I do?
It's gonna be a really interesting day. The way we build the cars, the way we set up the shots to get those big impacts, and in the choppers that are after them with the explosions that were going on, everything else with the big action sequence, it's gonna be really cool.
We don't have to pivot around him so drastically.
Another day on Fast.
That's the car power. Go!
Very natural.
Of course I am.
Now.
Letty.
Putain, tu vas tous nous tuer!
Not all of us.
Crank it. If we can't break through, we stop it.
SUV and does a backflip off of a cable. Debbie's going to drive it forward until cable goes underneath this into the crane arm and then back down to this weight, and it's going to flip it off like this, boom, and drop it in the street.
I want our heroes to overlap, getting in front of them and starting the chase.
All right, let's do this.
Letty.
This is Dom taking out the two SUVs all in one fell swoop. On this side, we have an Indy car here that's cut to shreds. So he rips up through this and just punts this car. On the other side, we're gonna put a ramp. He's gonna rip through this. He's gonna rip through half of this van. And in the middle of the van is a steel wall that he's not gonna get through.
I want the Charger to make sure he has a good lock on Denny.
One of those shots.
Yeah, like that.